My name is Mike Cruz. I'm a sound engineer, audio engineer, or sound designer. I've been working in the industry for 5 years. So currently I'm doing freelance work. So anything audio related, that's what I've been doing. With sound design, actually I started on my own with the music production tools. So that's where I realized my love for music and for sound kasi intertwined. Either or actually. Depende naman sa'yo yan kasi depende rin sa network mo, di ba? But ako personally, yung track ko was I'm not really entirely sure kasi kung if you're asking about sound design and film, nag-start ako when I started with Nara or Wild Sound. But then at the same time, hindi naman ako newbie talaga na walang alam kasi I started on my own with my production setup na ginagawan ko ng music na may alam ako how to use reverb, mga designing basically a sound. Parang ganun. That really helped a lot with moving forward sa mga ginawa ko. Siguro, I would try to look for the best fit na studio, yung gusto nyong studio. So for a studio kasi may mentor ka, di ba? And you actually learn how to do the industry standard. Kunwari, ako, sa Nara, Pro Tools yung ginagamit for sound design and for audio. And yun yung industry standard, di ba? Yun naman, may bayad yun. And then, we also had the Atmos setup for yung theater, di ba? Is another pro yun. Siyempre, yung cons lang dun is yung projects na binibigay sa akin is not really decided by me. Kung ano man project nandun is I have to do it, di ba? Yung time mo, di ba? So, you work under a studio, a company, kailangan yung time mo is dedicated talaga dun. As compared to a freelance, you can take on more projects. Also, you have more flexibility. But at the same time, hindi mo makukuha yung parang may nagtuturo sa'yo. Siguro nasabi na rin ng iba ano yung pros and cons nun. But for me, isang pro sa studio that I really liked was, as compared to freelance, was meron akong sort of feeling of community. And also, kasi yung film naman and then yung ginagawa natin as creatives is really for the love of it. Mas na-feel ko lang yung ganong sort of community sa studio na even though na konti lang kami, para mo na siyang tatay, ganyan, or mga sisters mo or brothers mo yung mga kasama mo. So actually, yung mga nakasama ko dun, I still talk to them, di ba? Kahit even though if I don't work there anymore, nangangamusta kami. It also builds a greater relationship than freelance. Tapos eventually, gawa tayo ng something, di ba? Mas maganda yung connection nyo kasi alam mo paano siya gumalaw, di ba? Yes, yung difference lang naman would be with the company, you have to follow their workflow kasi especially with working with other people. Freelance you also work with other people. Pero at a company, for example, especially with the ones I've worked at and especially dun sa main ko sa Nara before, it sort of was an assembly line. But at the same time, ang head kasi niyan, for a film, di ba, re-recording mixer, yun yung tawag for someone na who supervises the whole thing, re-recording mixer. Kailangan, parang nag-coordinated lahat, sino gagawa ng Foley, sino gagawa ng ambience, ng sound effects, ganyan, elements. May parang, at least in my experience, yun yung nangyari. You have to work with other people well rin talaga. Pag freelance kasi, it's a bit harder to do a whole film by yourself. I mean, kaya mo siya gawin. It's just more time consuming if you do it all on your own. So, sometimes you also work with other people na yung iba gagawa ng elements, ikaw lang gagawa ng dialogue edit, ganyan. I actually yung industry standard is Pro Tools. For me, you can actually, just search DAWs, which is, ang tawag doon is Digital Audio Workstation. You can pick out one na gusto ninyo, I'm pretty sure, kasi actually almost all of them sort of work at the same capacity. Yung difference lang sa Pro Tools, mas sanay lang ako sa kanya kasi at the same time industry standard siya. So if you plan on working on bigger films or talagang within the industry talaga, eventually you will have to work with Pro Tools. So, yun lang sinasabi ko. But then, if you just want to get into yung sound designing, recording, and doing your own type of thing, Ableton, isa, which I always use, Logic Pro X, isa rin yun. They're more used for music. FL Studio, pwede rin yun. Marami na rin actually ngayon eh. Meron na rin nga mga ginagawa mga AI type of DAWs. So actually, yun, all of them work almost the same. It's up to you na lang kung ano gusto mo. But then still, dapat maganda to know Pro Tools. Well, for me, I want to also be a serious filmmaker. Pag ganun kasi, it's better to also know ano yung sound. It's like a business kasi. For you to actually create a film that gusto mong, yung parang perfect talaga, you have to know the ins and outs. You have to understand. Kasi kung hindi kayo sound, for example, let's say bago lang talaga yung idea niyo with it or may ka-work ka lang talaga na into that area, it's better to understand yung that aspect. As well as, of course, lahat ng iba rin, di ba? For you to know. Kasi marami kang masasave eh. Yung time mo, and yung budget mo, and yung hindi ka magigipit eventually. Just for example, let's say, bibili ka lang ng 2 mic or 3 mics to mic the whole movie or whole film, you have to consult with someone, di ba? Kung anong klaseng mics yung bibilin mo. Kasi just with that, you can save a lot. You can save a lot with, especially kung drama yung gagawin ninyo, it's not really as sound heavy. Kung yung 3 mic mo na yun, you use it very well the whole film. Onti na lang yun, post-production part. So, but if you're gonna do a horror, you have to understand na magiging post-production heavy siya, di ba? So, yung mga ganong type of stuff lang. So, eventually, makukuha mo naman siya with experience. Just learn the ins and outs ng lahat. It can save you a lot of time. With that, kasama naman palagi yan di ba? You have to be professional. Siyempre, kasi partly if you work creative, especially kung ikaw yung client-facing, you have to take it with a grain of salt. At the same time, make sure na yung feedback, i-take well mo. Kasi yung feedback actually will help you become better. Iba-iba naman tayo ng personality and ng ugali. But ako, I find it very nice na iniintindi ko talaga yung feedback ng director, ng producer, di ba? And have a mind na i-own mo rin yung ginagawa mo. Whether pelikula ba yan, music ba yan, or TV show, they're just trying to do the same goal. Pero at the same time, wag mo hayaan yung sarili mo na, alam mo yun, yung dignity mo. You have to stand up for yourself if needed. Pero usually naman, di naman ganun. So they're just trying to help. Yung feedback is meant to create a better movie. And also, gumagaling ka each time. Kung gusto mo pa mag-work with them, eventually, di ba, you have to have a good relationship. Marami naman siyang, ako personally, what I do is I talk to yung mga naka-work ko na before. Kasi marami kami meet rin eh. But if you don't have, marami naman online. I'm sure you also know yung online jobs, ganyan. But if you're really serious about finding a project na gusto mo, you really have to go out and talk to them. Bigay mo yung contact nyo, be professional. Diba? Ganun naman usually yung thing ngayon eh. Go to them, talk to them na, hi, this is what I do. Ito yung mga projects ko, dapat may portfolio ka or webfolio. Pakita nyo lang yun, ito yung ginagawa ko na. Maybe I can work with you also eventually, diba? It's actually sort of a sales thing rin. You have a service that you're trying to sell. Try to na may kayo, na nandun yung mga listahan ng mga naka-work mo na, Kasi minsan, yung ba ko nakukuha, referral lang, tas iba naka-work ko na before. Kasi alam nila na I can do this type of work. Kunwari, Foley or dubbing, ADR, diba? So, and go to yung mga film or mga events. Kasi doon, pag may event, kausapin mo na lahat, no? Especially, unahin nyo yung mga gusto nyo, mga tao, yung mga gusto nyo mga ka-work. So, yun. That's what I can share. I have a webfolio rin. Lahat ng work mo, ilagay mo dun. Ako, may mga tabs ako dun. Film, I've worked on film, TV shows, and music. And also, I've done a bit of scoring na minor lang, but yeah, parang, ayun, pwede mo i-include yun lahat. Kasi lahat yan, experience eh. But it's a different thing rin kasi pag bago ka lang rin, kung bago ka lang rin, baka onti lang malalagay mo. Ang important lang kasi is mapakita mo yung skill mo. Just be open. If gusto mo talaga yung sound design, you have to make sure you know, you understand why. For me, yung experience ko lang with it, it's a different breed. Parang yung sound design and the audio. May love sila for it. For me, same lang rin yun, sinasabi ko kanina. If you want to get yung project mo talaga na una, ako, mag-download ka muna ng W, ganun. Or digital audio workstation. Tapos, mag-record ka. Record ka ng something. Pag nag-record ka na, tas testing mo yun, may mga kasi dun plug-in dun. Testing mo yung reverse, testing mo yung reverb, and then that's how it starts until you create a project na nagawa mo na. Kasi ganun naman yun di ba? Paano mo mapuprove to someone that you can do sound design if wala kang output na you can share? Design. For me, you have to stay passionate. And at the same time, we go back to yung sinabi ko kanina na kung ilalagay mo yung pangalan mo sa work mo na yan, make sure na maayos siya, maganda siya, you're gonna be proud of it. And relationships, network talaga. Kasi dun mo makukuha rin yung mga next mong projects. Kasi, kunwari, yung mga kasama ko before, nakakakuha silang projects as well na naka-work lang rin namin. Ganun rin sa akin na hindi nga ako naghahanap. Ako pa yung kinakausap, chinachat, diba? Tapos ako pa magsasabi na, sorry, medyo busy lang ako. Hindi ko ma-attend itong project na yan, ganyan. So, I mean, iba naman tayo lahat. But, yeah, just try to do yung best mo sa, kung lalagay mo yung pangalan mo doon, make sure na, alam mo yun, hindi ka mapapahiya eventually. Tapos na online siya, 'di ba? Parang yun kasi talaga yung yung parang report card mo eh. It will bring you eventually yung mga magandang future nyo. Tapos ang masasabi ko na lang siguro is just really stay passionate rin to still love what you do. Hindi lang rin with sound. Kasi ako, parang ang experience ko lang kasi parang once you feel yung point na gusto ko talagang sobrang ganda nitong output nitong or yung kakalabasan nito from the bottom of your heart. Alam mo yun? Eventually kasi parang okay na yung mga long nights, okay na yung mga talagang bubuhos mo yung puso mo dun sa bagay na yun. And I hope you find that project na talagang masasabi mong baby ko to, 'di ba? Love ko tong bagay na to, 'di ba? So, yun lang naman talaga.